Have you ever wondered why some hostages develop a strange bond with their captors, even to the point of defending them? This puzzling psychological phenomenon is known as Stockholm Syndrome, a term coined in 1973 by criminologist Niels Bejerot after a bank robbery in Stockholm, Sweden, where hostages showed sympathy for their captors, even after their release. Stockholm Syndrome is characterized by a range of symptoms. Victims often exhibit positive feelings towards their captor or abuser, going as far as defending them and expressing gratitude for small acts of kindness. They may also start to identify with the captor, adopting their beliefs and values. It's not uncommon for victims to develop negative feelings towards authority figures and experience a crippling fear of leaving their captor, even after gaining freedom. What causes Stockholm Syndrome remains a topic of debate among psychologists. However, some contributing factors have been identified. The power imbalance between the victim and the captor plays a significant role, with victims feeling powerless and seeking any form of positive connection with their captor. The captor's behavior, such as showing kindness or providing necessities, can also create a sense of gratitude and loyalty. Lastly, the victim's coping mechanisms may lead them to develop positive feelings towards their captor, helping them feel more in control and less afraid. Treating Stockholm Syndrome isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. Therapy can be beneficial, helping victims process their experiences and develop healthier coping mechanisms. In some instances, medication might be necessary to manage symptoms like anxiety or depression. Despite its prevalence, Stockholm Syndrome is often misunderstood. Many believe it's a sign of weakness or complicity on the part of the victim, but this isn't the case. It's a complex psychological response beyond the victim's control. There's also a misconception that Stockholm Syndrome is always temporary, but some victims continue to harbor positive feelings towards their captor or abuser long after they've been freed. In conclusion, Stockholm Syndrome is a complex and fascinating psychological phenomenon. It's a testament to the human mind's capacity to cope in extraordinary circumstances, and a reminder that victims of such situations require understanding, support, and appropriate treatment. Remember, no one chooses to develop Stockholm Syndrome. It's a survival mechanism, a way of making sense of a nonsensical situation.